My family is not that educated. There was a financial crunch, and when I used to ask my dad that I need some money for mini drafter, he used to say that I am asking that money for partying with their friends. That statement actually hurt me, and I decided to withdraw the BTech engineering. So I used to be very scared that how come possible I will end up spending 5 years without a single penny, and how I'm going to survive my family. That's where I thought like something God is thinking about me, that He gave me that project, and that to church. So that's where my journey started.
Hello and welcome to People Like Us, a show where we discover the human side of people whom we see every day, an idea that celebrates the beautiful in the simple and the extraordinary in ordinary. And speaking of extraordinary today, there is no bigger name than my guest today, Raj Jogdankar sir. If you're aware of the quality landscape, particularly in the construction real estate space, you cannot miss his name. Today, he is synonymous with high quality constructions, excellence, first time right, quality 4.0, you name it, he's done it. He's also the chairperson for American Society of Quality, ASQ, and has recently been recognized in the World Quality Congress. It's an extreme privilege to have you today with us, sir. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling this side of the camera?
Yeah, very excited. Thank you, Anand. Thank you for your kind words.
Right, sir. So my intent is to get a privileged glimpse of the person you are, the human being you are.
Yeah.
What value systems have you built for yourself so that you can stand at a high pedestal? And let's not be humble about it. You are the Salman Khan of quality in India, right? Everybody knows about it.
Great.
Where did it all start? At what point in time did you decide that you would want to go into construction? And then at what point in time did you decide you want to go into quality? What was that moment?
Okay, to be very honest, my family is not that educated. In fact, I remember when I stood in the queue, they were talking about that we should go for civil engineering because next 5-10 years there will be a huge boom, and that's what exactly happened. I started my career from pursuing the diploma in civil engineering. There was a financial crunch, and when I used to ask my dad that I need some money for mini drafter, or sometimes there are certain practicals which require additional money. So he used to say that I am asking that money for partying with their friends. Since I am from poor family or like a middle class family, just to have equal status with them. So that's why I'm asking that money. That statement actually hurt me, and I decided to withdraw the BTech engineering. And I thought of like, okay, let's continue with the job with the diploma civil engineering. People who are there in the civil engineering, they used to give the examples that if you really want to earn any experience, you have to spend 5 years without any salary. So I used to be very scared that how come possible I will end up spending 5 years without a single penny, and how I'm going to survive my family. Forget about my family, at least survive myself. So there is a place, Nala Sopara West, and that project was a church. The and I That's where I thought like something God is thinking about me, that He gave me that project, and that to church. And then I went for NICMAR, where I did my graduate in construction management, and then followed by post graduation. That post graduation also, it took around 7 to 8 years time, because I had to take a break because I was not financially strong. So that's where my journey started.
So before we go on to more details into the professional side of things, would it be okay if you share with me a little bit more about your childhood, where you grew up? I think you grew up in Latur, perhaps, from what I could figure out from your LinkedIn page. But tell me more about your childhood, your family, because those early values, those early challenges are what we respond to as adults all our life. So I would really want to know about them.
Yeah, definitely. But I think this question is very touchy, and I think it's very emotional question, I would say. I'll start with my birth. I'm very special child. I born in running bus. My mother had to take a lot of pain, and when she was traveling because of certain emergency, she was traveling from Mumbai to our native place. It's called as Udgir. And during that bus traveling, since she was pregnant, I was there in her womb. So Pune, she started getting that labor pain, and there was no option. That driver had to stop in between and request the passenger to do the delivery. But no, none of them were expert doing that. And then somewhat even today also, my dad and my mom always says that the driver took a courage, and he eventually found nearby government hospital, that's a Pimpri Chinchwad hospital, and even doctor decided to do the delivery in the bus itself. So I am that special child. And the next day there was a news in the newspaper. Although my roots are from Latur, I am born and brought up from Sayan, and to be very precise, the Dharavi, the second largest slum in the world. Today, even we have our house there. So my house, rather my dad's house size is 12 feet by 15 feet, and it's 1 plus 1. So that's small. And in that also, we used to stay, I think 8 to 10 members used to stay in that house, such a small house. It's like a mezzanine floor. Okay, they created mezzanine floor so that whenever we go for sleep, so this balance people can accommodate there. And their job is only to sleep. They can't even bend themselves. If they want to get up, so they have to again bend and come out. Dharavi, Antofil, these are the area were known for gangsters.
Absolutely.
And in my childhood, I wanted to become a gangster, and I was part of one of the troop, because being in their team, it used to be like very easy. Everything used to get respect, that so and so bhai ka banda hai. And but it was too risky as well. Even my dad was aware that he's good in academic, but somehow he got distracted, because like a lot of movies used to come that time, Satya and many other. So we used to get influenced with those movie, and we also used to feel that no, we should also join this troop. And I was part of that troop, but eventually my dad felt that okay, I think we have to distract him, and then he decided to take me to certain boardings, very very horrible boardings. And while doing that 10th, in that boarding school, it's like daytime you will definitely enjoy, but night time there won't be any light. And the Latur and this Marathawada patch, it's known for the scarcity of the rainwater, and because of that it always become a drought, or sometimes you'll not find any good infrastructure over there. So light, like 12 hours light will not be there, and that too if it is in night, then you are gone. So I was young, so and that too away from the family, so I used to cry. Almost 2 months I cried, deciding that okay, one fine day I'll run away and I'll do something. But a huge respect to my dad, because he took that decision, bold decision.
So we described your adventurous side towards being a part of gang, earning respect. But when did that and how did that change towards a passion for learning and education?
Very good question, because this is something which I learned from my mentor, Jalsaid Koilo. To be very honest with you, I was in Tata Housing, and when he was my reporting manager, rather I always say the mentor, uh, I was not able to even speak out, because I had come from the vernacular medium. In Maharashtrian education, so your actual English starts from 8th standard.
Correct.
So not even there was an option that semi-English kind of thing. So since I had come from the vernacular background, and when even I'm talking about in 2012, and I was technically sound, but I was not able to articulate and present my skills. And that's where Alside Coil also realized that what's strength I am having. So he worked on my strength. The area of improvement he decided, along with his wife Maria Coelho, because I also have a huge respect for her. At the moment, they are so nice people. Like the moment they saw that I'm lagging in English, so she gave me one book which is still in my house, grammar English book. And then that's where I also learned, and I thought okay. And even he used to say that it's okay, Raj, even if you are not able to learn English, but spend some time reading newspapers, watching BBC News and all. So that will definitely polish your English. You don't have to join any courses because it's you have certain challenges, monetary challenges. But at least you try with this, and I tried, and that's where I learned. And I think that learning, the same learning, the way I learned from Alcide Coelho and Maria Coelho, I want to cascade, and I want to also become like them, so that I can influence many other people who are actually struggling in their life. I think there is a phrase, right? भगवान फरिश्ते भेजता है. So I think for me, they were the fariste. Same way I want to become a fariste for others, so that they can also take my name. कि I met Raj and he changed my entire life, professional or personal life. So that's more important.
You're absolutely right. I think one of the biggest moments for me, being visually impaired, I did not get a job. I fell in love with films in my education. Because of the nature of my college and educational program, I was in touch with many well meaning, well intentional, famous Bollywood personalities, directors, but I couldn't get a job. And so this huge void of mentorship has always stayed in my life. And I wish there was someone I could look forward to. So, what was your first? We discussed your assignment at the church, but what was your first, what do we say, turning point, biggest opportunity, career defining opportunity as a young person? When you had come out, especially from a smaller side of Maharashtra, what was going on in your heart? Were you afraid? Were you nervous? How did you overcome that part of your life?
Yeah, very good question again. Actually, uh, uh, to be very honest with you, when I was in Dharavi, our dream job was to become a supervisor in a hospitality company, or somewhere we will look for a job of loader in airport. So that was our dream, and we used to look for the supervisors who used to supervise the loader, who used to supervise the housekeeping team. So, and even I remember in our chawl, the people who are actually doing, let's say, doing the housekeeping, and that same supervisor, it's in our area only. So they used to go and request him कि boss मेरा कल second shift लगा देना, first shift में मेरा काम है. So he used to have such a huge respect. And then we used to think, अरे यार, such a huge respect, we should go there and take that position. That was our dream. When I was in Larsen and Toubro, I got an assignment of L&T Mahape. My boss told me that you have to take care of finishing activity. Finishing means interior activity. I said okay because there was no option. And those were the days even engineers were not allowed to sit in any cabin. Even there was no cabin as well, like shed, completely GI sheet shed, wherein you have to come only for lunch, and rest of the time you have to be at site only. Even project manager was also not having any container, AC container. So while doing that, I learned interior or finishing works. So in engineering, civil engineering, in academic, nobody nobody teaches the finishing part. It's more of a RCC only. Reinforcement steel, reinforcement concrete, and steel and waterproofing. That's it. So this I learned in L&T because I used to do a lot of in-house projects, and because of the in-house project, they used to have a high-end interior. So generally, interior work being done by the architect and interior designer, but they never used to have a technical test. So technical know-how was known to me and my limited team members. Credit goes to the foreman and supervisors because these are the things are not written in the books.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
But the immediate one that comes to my mind is construction is such a particular, specific, detailed science. All the work that's done is by highly educated people such as architects or engineers, but it's implemented through workers who are unskilled, uneducated. How do you deal with this huge gap? Are there still challenges today? Were there challenges from where are the challenges coming from, and how do we resolve them?
Yeah, I think it's a industry-wide challenge, and I will not even blame the industry because uh, construction industry is the only industry where you have to uh, create a product at location. You take any product, you take shirt, mobile, any product. that is been manufactured at respective factory and then delivered at your location, right? This is the only industry where you have to build at that location. So, and while building it, there are a number of challenges, like you have to deal with the strata, you have to deal with the environment, you have to also use a natural material. The natural property of that material, it's not in your hand. Now, specifically talking about the workmanship,
Mm.
I'll tell you, I had an opportunity to work in Europe as well.
Mm.
There, the practice is they believe in modular structure. So in European countries, why they go for modular? One is it's a factory made
Mm.
and very easy to install. And most of the European countries, they are having a population issue,
Mm.
right? They can't afford the manpower coming, spending in construction.
Mhm.
But in India, we are completely labor dependent,
Mm.
and forget about only labor dependent. We are not even bothered about the labor, whether they are carrying a skill or not. So because of the skill scarcity, that is why you can see a lot of infrastructure constructed but
Mm.
having a lot of problems.
Okay.
Okay, whether even big to big players, whether it is in real estate, whether it is even infrastructure, big to big players, they are facing a lot of challenges with respect to quality,
Mm.
because you don't get a people,
Mm.
and you don't get a right people. That's another challenge. Now, how to accommodate this challenge? Only option is going with the modular structures, prefabricated structures, whether it's at the factory level. Then you have a very less labor intensive job at the site, and very specialized. It comes with certain cost, but trust me, I think that will last for a long. And that's what I would suggest. Even I also, before, I have a mix of experience as far as the industry is concerned. So in my earlier career phase, I was in core construction industry. I'm very proud to tell you that I was a part of constructing the Wankhede Stadium, and there was a mandate that the Wankhede Stadium had to construct complete before that final. They were not bothered about in between matches. Like there were certain friendly matches, practice matches also had happened in Wankhede Stadium. There was a schedule, but it did not happen. But they were more focused on the final match, because that was the venue decided by the ICC. So earlier the contractor was different. Then it went to L&T, because they had a trust. L&T can do it. And the way we did the north and south stand retrofitting and the entire construction of east and west stand, I'm intentionally saying I was part of that. Entire credit goes to big players, including contractors and all. So because that level of the passion and that level of commitment, what L&T has or had at that time. So the same here, when I say when I learned from there, I did a lot of commercial projects, like Godrej one was one of them. Wankhede Stadium was one of them. So I was there in core industry. Then eventually I end up uh, getting into real estate. Tata Housing was real estate, corporate real estate, because in real estate market was also completely dominated by the local builders,
Right.
and there were a lot of projects which even it was a dream for people. Even after investing, they were not getting flats.
Right.
10 years, 12 years, even builder ran away. They're struggling to get their money. But corporate builders came in picture, and that's where the complete philosophy of getting the dream house is started. Because now people started trusting the brands, Tata, Godrej, many other corporate developers. And then during that phase, again, I spent almost 6 years in real estate industry.
Mhm.
And then I switched on to again data center industry.
Mm.
So take my word, I think data center is such a complex industry in construction,
Mhm.
and we have to complete the project in 8 to 12 months time, and that's why it is
Wow.
called as a mission critical projects.
Mm.
Such a complex in all electromechanical works, construction, finalizing the land, deciding which land will suit for data center, because server, there will be a servers.
Mm.
One server downtime can lead to a lot of issues. e-commerce or any other company for that matter. You must have heard recently the Meta, which had
Yeah.
completely broke down, and they declare also in the newspaper these many crores of rupees they lost. So that level of construction, the complexity, and the criticality aspects is there in the data center. So since I had come from that background, so for me, real estate is not. It doesn't look that challenge.
Right.
At least for me, and the people who worked in oil and gas, that is also considered as a mission critical. People who worked in defense, that is also mission criticals. So the people who worked in mission critical, for them, real estate is very relaxed assignment for them.
So you have such a big exposure in terms of understanding the global industry through ASQ and the World Quality Congress. You know the situation or the status of quality not just in real estate in India, but also in many other sectors. As a less informed Indian citizen, I really want to know, where do we stand in quality construction in the world today? Are we heading the right direction? What are the challenges for us? And with robotics coming in, AI coming in, Quality 4.0 coming in, where do you see the future of India going? Tell me something more about us vis-a-vis the world.
Yeah. So when I compare with European countries and some of the Asian countries where I had been to, there are a lot of improvement needed. But some of the cities where in India, within India. So if you see these private companies who actually develop the gated community or complete project with the mass housing and the infrastructure, so I think it's one of the top notch if I compare with other countries' infrastructure. The only we are lagging in government built infrastructure. So one thing which I look at is a completely mindset, and the mindset is it. If at all we want to change that mindset, it has to be a top-down approach.
Hmm.
Automatically, bottom up will happen. There are many developers you would love to buy their flats and complex
Hmm.
because the kind of quality and the kind of like they put their heart and soul to make that project, design their project, build that project, and deliver that project, and that's where that has a legacy from many years. So same, it's because of their vision. It's because of the owner's vision, because of the people who are there in the at the top level. So I feel we are doing great in a way, being a developing country and being having such a dense population. Talking about European and US
Mhm.
for that matter, they also have a challenges. Even I was surprised because people we always say no. You see the Japanese
Hmm.
culture and Japanese quality of the work. I think I got an opportunity to attend one of the present seminars, other not presentation, wherein the Japanese guys they from there they presented virtually, and I could see there are a lot of rusting in the reinforcement steel, and
Okay.
they're pouring concrete on the corroded steel. So I was also shocked looking at from here India, and I was curious. I just asked them how come you are pouring that. Then they also appreciated. Yeah, it's mistake. I think we should not do it and all. But uh, there is a phrase, right? Grass is greener at other
On the
side.
other side, right?
So it's always like we people we didn't get an opportunity to go to Japan and see their challenges, but we always say अरे जापान से कुछ सीखो करके, right? We always say from sitting here,
Right.
we as a human being, we anticipate lot of things sitting at one location, assuming that they are doing great. They have their own challenges, trust me. And one thing which I can tell you, and I think we should take a pride in that. India, we are having a lot of skilled people, and that skill only Indian people can have, not any other else. Uh, any marble work, if we want to do it,
Hmm.
Rajasthani, Marwadi, these are the two communities. They are having such a beautiful skill that nobody can beat them in the entire world, and that's why all the Dubai Gulf country, which has been constructed or developed, it's because of the Indian or Asian people. And I think many people take or hire human resources from India, and you can see that there are a lot of consultants in Mumbai, South Mumbai specifically, that who tap all these people from villages, and they just groom them at certain skill set level, and then they send it to the Gulf, and that's where they learn. And but if they learn there, and for them it's very easy to work here in India. Let's say you like one marble which may have 10,000 rupees per square feet. You will tempted to buy that, and you will think, okay, I'll I'll take it for my house.
Hmm.
But who's going to install that? It's a marble mason, right?
Correct.
But you will not think, you will think 10 times to pay him little more high. You'll say, अरे भैया सब लोग तो 700 रुपये लेता है, आप तो 1000 मांग रहे हो. You will get it into that kind of bargaining. That's something very sad for us. We'll even go to Naka where laborers are standing and looking for some job. We start negotiating with them, saying that, okay, you are asking 700, come do for 500. Now how we can expect the skill work from them, even if they are skilled? So I think we have to change the mindset. We have to we have to treat them equally, and I think that's the difference between India and Europe or US for that matter.
So I absolutely see your points, and you're right. We somehow have mastered the art of doing things for less. For example, how do we do the same output in a lesser cost at a more ingenious way? But we do seem to be a little behind when it comes to respecting labor, respecting the quality of craftsmanship. But so the flip side of that, obviously, is that while we understand how to evaluate a phone basis its RAM, finish, and metal, there are no set parameters, or there are no uh, benchmarks by which people can understand quality in construction. Can you help me understand what could those be? What so today when we go for looking for houses or looking for anything, we only understand toughness, durability, shape, indentations. Is everything okay? But beyond that, we don't know what to look for. So if I'm trying to so I think the journey for respect will start once we take the effort to understand the detailing and the effort that goes in making of houses, infrastructure, and thereby respecting people who put their heart and soul into making of it.
As far as the objective base assessment, or coming with the in the scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, it's very much possible. I think Singapore is very known for that. They declare any developer, let's say, if they want to launch the project, or after launching and they're in the construction phase, or once they complete, they can claim that score which is being given by the Building Construction Authority of the Singapore.
Oh, the Conquest score.
Concourse.
Yeah.
So and developer takes that pride that, okay, my project is having a this score, and then they attract the customer, because eventually it talks about the quality, right? Same way in India also, in the entire project life cycle, uh, although there are certain organizations which actually scattered in bits and pieces, but I can tell you one organization where, if you want to be relax on your invested money, okay, and have a good sleep, so you should always go with the Crisel rating. Crisel rating that comes with certain cost, and they investigate each and everything, whether this land parcel is not having any litigation issues, whether there is an environmental assessment properly done, flood risk assessment properly done, air quality, noise quality. So all this aspect, what is the how the developer is financially strong. So that level of assessment they do it, and they come up with certain rating, and that rating is also linked with SEBI, and that rating is also linked with the financial funding and all. So then once you come to know, okay, this project is having a Crisel rating, you can blindly go and invest in that project if it is under construction.
Nice.
Okay, so that's one. The second, I think, since you specifically asked about the product quality, the construction quality, I think there we are lagging. We have to come up with certain governance mechanism. There are private developers and builders who are having that kind of mechanism, but it's not foolproof, because if you are doing it, It's like a maker and checker concept. You feel that
Mm.
what I'm doing is the best, but that is not the case. So in construction industry, whatever the home you are going to buy, the complex for what you are going to buy, so it remains for you. It may be good experience. For others, it may be bitter experience, and there is a perception also involved. So to compensate this perception and the product quality, the objective based product quality, and to eliminate the subjectivity, we can derive, and there is a system and process where we can come up with the objective based rating system as well. But that has to have a proper governance system. So likewise, it's actually there is a huge gap in construction industry. That kind of rating system is not available, but that's available in bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You can trust certain organizations,
Mm.
but it's not there for the entire project life cycle. So
Nice.
that's a huge gap.
So, one aspect obviously is understanding quality and developing ratings for quality. You've also been a very vocal and one of the thought leaders in the domain of skilling of construction workers. Tell me something about that. And as a layperson, the fundamental question to my head, is whose responsibility is it? Is it the government's responsibility? Is it the labor's responsibility to skill themselves? Or is it the developer's responsibility? Which then again beckons another question, why should the developer do it? Because labor moves from site to site. Whole lot of challenges managing that ecosystem, which obviously common people from outside do not understand or see. So, what is your opinion about it? How do we go about this whole vicious circle of problems?
It's very this topic is very close to my heart because I also want to do, and I have been doing in some form and shape and trying to touch or solve this problem in a way. We say this is a problem, but I can take this as an opportunity because there is a huge opportunity for us to enhance the skill set of the people, whether it is workman or even foreman, because these are the blue collar workforce. One thing which we have to look for how we can bring innovation in the construction, like how other countries did. So likewise, we have to bring the innovation in construction. And second is, let's say if I have a knowledge, I'm a civil engineer by certificate, but I am not doing the practice. I'm not working on the site. There is a huge gap, 5 year huge gap. Then even if I have a civil engineering certificate, it's not going to help me on the ground.
Correct.
Okay, so the practice, the re-skilling, re-hammering, continuous hammering, it's required. And the next aspect is upskilling. One from how I can, even as an engineer, I'm aspired to elevate at next level, right? Today I am at X level, so X plus one, X plus two. That's my aspiration. Same way, if we bring this aspiration to workforce, okay, today you are a mason, tomorrow you can be a foreman, get the skill, then you can become a supervisor. Let's say he, because of XYZ reason, if he's not able to grab his graduation, we can motivate him to certain graduation program without compromising on his day-to-day life or day-to-day work. And there are beautiful systems being implemented by government of India, the vocational training, vocational education, so that college and that school, the curriculum can be taught at the site level.
Oh,
Yeah, that level of things. So there are a lot of industries or organizations, they are working on that. And I think they are doing noble initiatives, and they also get enhanced because they have a knowledge, they know how to do it, only they are lacking in certificate. If you really want to do anything for them, do visit their labor camp.
oh,
You will automatically get emotionally get motivated to do something for them. The way they live, the way they work, the way they manage their lifestyle, you will feel very bad that they have been treated like animal. But I want to take a moment here that there are many organizations to whom I worked. They are so grounded, and they are their owner, that organization owner, whenever they used to come to the site, they used to first go to the workers toilet, not even labor camp, coming to the site and directly going to the washroom, labor's washroom. And I was shocked to know that, and nobody had a clue. And why is going there? And he checked that. He said, boss, and any labor colony in those days, it used to be with the GI sheet.
Correct,
And
correct.
in GI sheet, in rainy season, it used to give a lot of noise because of the
Yeah.
raindrops. And in summer, it's too hot. Nobody can even enter into that room. It's
True.
completely sweating. And I think I remember those words. He said, boss, if you want to charge extra money, please do charge, but have a decent labor camp. And that's where that modular labor camp, modular panels that
Yeah.
came in picture.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And today, I don't know, I think officially whether I should quote it or not, but there are a lot of organization who does a labor colony at the site. He should take care of the
I've
labor.
heard of that, yes.
And you won't believe, even the food which is being served for them, we do quality check. Quality check whether it is really hygiene, the source of the food is that level. And I think while talking to you, I'm also feeling a little emotional, because
Yeah.
this kind of thing, if they didn't thought it, this would have been not possible, right? Even Tatas and all, Tatas, they are very that see although I'm naming these two big players, but there may be others as well.
Absolutely, agreed. And I think ultimately all of us want to have that feeling of security, want to have that feeling of love and acceptance. And I got so emotional because one of the pivotal points in my journey as a filmmaker, because I come from the background of commercial filmmaking. And for one of the opportunities, I had to do a research on safety compliance in construction, which is so. And I was extremely taken aback to realize through conversations and through having food with the laborers and everything that laborer values his hajeri, his majuri, the pay for that day way more than his life, because वो पैसे माँ को जाने हैं, वो पैसे इधर गाँव को पहुँचना ही पहुँचना है. So he doesn't care whether he loses a hand or a limb, but that money has to reach by this date to this point. Otherwise, the farms will be taken away, the fields will be taken away, someone may not get married. So to realize that there are people who care so deeply is extremely validating. And I think I would love to go in and make a case study out of this so that more of us can emulate. And I think particularly in today's woke generation, if someone's doing such great work, there'll at least be a reward on social media. Because all we keep hearing stories through media and journalism is how people are being tagged, people are being doing this. I'm sure there are a lot of good stories to be discovered. Throughout your journey of 21 years, and you can take organization's name as well,
Okay.
would you be able to share with me the top 5 lessons that you have gathered or absorbed which have helped you become better, go taller in your career?
Sure, there are many. So one is, as I said, the organization from where I learned a lot is Larsen and Toubro. The technical knowledge I learned from them, and I think because of them only, my civil engineering face value got enhanced, and people started recognizing whether it is reinforcement steel, reinforcement cement, concrete works. But finishing, I want to reiterate the finishing work. That is something which I learned from them. The second one is I learned from Tata about the ethics. Then I learned a lot of things, the soft skills, how to talk, how the interpersonal skills, stakeholder management, how to greet the people. This is something which I learned from Tata Housing, because they used to give a lot of training on this, because we used to attend a lot of delegates meeting. So, and since although we are an employee of them, but we used to represent Tata as a brand. People may forget who is Raj Jogdankar, but people will have the experience and the taste of Tata organization, because we were representing them. So they used to give a lot of trainings and how to greet, how to talk and all those. So that is something I learned from them. I learned mission critical assignments from Sterling and Wilson and Adani Connex, because we used to think that project is meant for 5 years and 7 years. But this organization taught that if you have a willpower and project management skills, the mainly is a project management skill. and the way you jot down all your activities, the way you plan and proactively plan in such a way that that activity is getting done in that right time, even if there is a delay, how you can mitigate and how you have a plan B. That is something I learned from them.
All right, rapid fire, okay? Love,
Compassion,
success,
pride,
respect.
sympathy. Yes.
Respect is sympathy?
Yes.
Well, beautiful. Family,
The world for me,
parents,
they are the god for me,
God.
universe.
And finally, if there was only one thing you could do in the next 5 years, what would it be?
I want to do something for society and specifically for workmen. I'm not connected with any other organization, but I'll do it at my level, whatever best possible. So that's something I want to do it.
There's literally so much more that I want to learn from you. There's so much more that I need to ask for you. But in the interest of time, we'll hold this session here. We'll come back together.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much.
Join us again for another episode of People Like Us. This is an attempt to celebrate the beauty and simplicity in the ordinary. And I hope you enjoyed today's show. And I'll see you the next time. Thank you, sir. Thanks for taking the time.